Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War, your weekly preview for the week of December 12th, 2022 of Gods and Goblins. So let's get started. You know me, I go straight to the Soulforge. So let's go. Let's see what kind of mythics they got here. What can I recommend for y'all? The Wild King, that's a good one. Astral Mother. What else do we got? Kurandara and Tian Yi. So, the most, highly sought after mythic here would probably be the Wild King. Borderline top 10. I know I say that a lot, but it's hard to make the top 10, and I could think of a couple troops that are better, and then there's a couple like must-haves, and then there's so it's probably like down 7 to 15 range. 22 green, blue, yellow, Pants Veil Wildfolk, enrage all allies and give them 36 attack. Then create a mix of 22 skulls and yellow gems. So I like the Wild Queen better, but it's still a really good troop, don't get me wrong. It's more for like yellow, Wild Queen's more for green. It does enrage all allies, which I thought somebody would point out whenever I talk about how the Wild Queen is better than the Wild King. This does enrage all allies, but when you're doing skull stuff, you want like most of the attack and like the enrage and all that stuff going to your first troop. And you can enrage with like classes and stuff like that, so it's not as crazy good as it seems, but it is really, really good. So it would be the top pick this week and a borderline top 10, so consider getting it, I would say. Who would be second? We got Kurandara, Tian Yi, and Astral Mother. Probably Kurandara. 26 red, green, purple, Urskaya Daemon. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Doom Skulls, then convert yellow gems to Doom Skulls. Conjure a Doom Storm. This one more like a maybe top 25-ish. Curse of Ruin. 50% chance to curse all enemies and matching 4 or more gems. Impervious and Fire Link. So it has 3 decent traits. It does multiple things. It only hits one enemy, and Rage Kurandara is better, but that's a boss troop. So, yeah, I mean, if you have Enraged Kurandara, you might not use Kurandara, but until you get that, it's a good replacement. So maybe not top 20, but not definitely like a B tier, A tier type of mythic. T&E and Astral Mother. They're both about the same, I would say, above average to like good. Astral Mother does true damage. I think some people like write her off a lot, but still pretty strong. 24 yellow, green, purple, Divinian Fields, Divine Centaur. Remove all gems of a chosen color. Deal true scatter damage boosted by gems removed. So you could pick a color that you do not use, or pick a color that, is the most numerous on the board, so you can add to that damage. By picking a color that you don't use, it'll maybe make a cascade if you have some sort of storm going on. 40% chance to give Reflect to a random ally when my turn begins. One of the weaker like buffs that you can get. So, yeah, it's like just above average to good, I would say. Like B minus, C plus. And then T&E about the same. 20 red, blue, yellow, Shintang Wildfolk Mystic. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy and stun all affected enemies. Deal double damage if my attack is greater. Summon 1 to 3 Monkey Disciples. Then, like, no good traits. So, I don't know. Heavy splash damage is decent. If it's a really tight restriction, he might be a pretty good option because he hits multiple enemies. He does multiple things. He's not bad, and he's, above average to good, like Astral Mother. I'd probably go with Astral Mother first, and then TNE. So the ultimate order for the Mythics this week is going to be... Who was the first one? I already forget. Let's see. The Wild King, then Kurandara, then Astral Mother, then TNE. All right, what do we have for legendaries? It looks like we have a few important ones. They're not top 10s, but they're important for certain things. Kind of like last week's Soulforge, where we had like the Possessed King and your rally and stuff like that. They're important for certain teams, but they're not exactly top 10s. We have Chernavog, who goes good with Chalcedony, who's really OP and meta. So if you can add Chernavog to the bottom of a Chalcedony team, it's really good because it's a construct. It does a brown storm. It explodes brown. It's really good. So maybe a top 10 legendary, but I don't know. It's just on that one team, really. So you can't... I don't know. if something's just used for one team, I don't like to call it a top 10 usually. Unless it's super OP like Ironhawk or something like that. We got Essentia, who's the 50% start for dragons. There's not too many super strong dragons in the game. You got like Venoxia, you got like Divenia, but I can't really think of any that are super duper OP. King Aberon is another 50% start for Fae, which is Rowan, but Rowan already has a better 50% start. So another important troop, but you know, there's the Mirage Queen. If there wasn't the Mirage Queen, that one would be way better. What else do we got? No, Leona's Tower is always here. So Essentia, King Aberon, Chernabog. What's the last one? Queen Moonclaw. Yeah, this is definitely last. 16 purple green Wild Plains Wargear Mystic creates 9 skulls boosted by green allies and enemies. Summon a random knoll. So yeah, you're probably gonna have better ways to do skulls if you're trying to do a skull thing. I don't ever see anybody using Queen Moonclaw. So I would say for the legendaries, Chernabog would be the highest sought after, and then King Aberon, then Essentia, then Queen Moonclaw probably. All right, do we have any good weapons? Gobsticker's great. But Norbert's Turnip is probably slightly better there. So, yeah, I would go Norbert's Turnip is almost one that you probably shouldn't leave this week without. It is. It's probably a top 10 weapon, really. It's one of the only weapons with an... does it have an extra turn? I thought it did. Yeah, it does. Okay, so there's not that many weapons in the game that have an extra turn, like an automatic extra turn. So Norbert's Turnip is one of those, kind of like Rope Dart, so it's probably a top 10 weapon. It deals damage to an enemy boosted by goblin allies, then create a mix of 6 green and red gems for each goblin ally. So you probably should not leave this week without that. And then we have Gobsticker. It does not have an extra turn, which is weird because it's used with goblin teams a lot, and it's like a goblin weapon. Explodes green gems, grant a random stats effect to all goblin allies, and summon a goblin troop. So one of the best of those, probably top 3 out of those types of weapons because it's a goblin. It's a good typing. And then Face Stick is also, shout out to Face Stick here. Deal splash damage to an enemy, explode 8 gems of one of their mana colors. So splash damage and exploding. Sometimes it's good in certain restrictions. When you need some like extra damage, like you would use Mountain Crusher, but you don't have any damaging troops, so you want to use a weapon that damages and explodes. Face Stick is decent sometimes. But other than that, Godmother's Wand, looks like I need that, so I'm going to go ahead and craft it. Probably the first time you can get it here if I did not have it, so just another noteworthy thing. Godmother's Wand is here if you don't have it. But yeah. I would say, you know, Norbert's Turnip, pretty important. Everything else, I don't know. I keep forgetting what the Wild King. So the Wild King and Norbert's Turnip would be the 2 that you'd probably want to go after this week, followed by Gobsticker. Yeah. All right, let's go to the world event. Gods must be crazy. I have a team video with like 4 teams on it. I have a scoring video, and they're both pretty short. You can watch both in like 10 minutes and have everything you need. But let's read this. Let's go over it shortly. Perhaps goblin gods would be a better solution for the kobolds. We decided to help the priests of Zhejian in exchange for some information about their gods. Defeat the goblins' enemies, and collect goblin jewels and treasure. So we have a skull and spell medal. So you're going to want to use spell. Most likely, like always. It's really easy scoring. Just go check out the video. Make sure you grab your rewards before you get started so you can get your tokens. I bought up to tier 3 in the shop. Maybe you only need to go to tier 2. Yeah, pretty easy event. Just go check out the other videos, please. Would really appreciate it. And let's go wrap back around. Start over here. Now that we did the Soulforge and the world event. Of Gods and Goblins, new ultra rare troop, Priest of Nilbalg. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Someone had left a comment saying that now the goblin teams that you face off against are going to be even more annoying because of this guy. Gods must be crazy. Experience our new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. Dragon's Totem is still going on for 41 days. We're balls deep in that. Week of Zaijin. All Zaijin troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Goblins. All Goblins gain 10% to their skills. And bonus gold. Use the Priest of Nilbog in PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. Let's go check him out now. The Glory Shop. Let me grab this because I'll forget. If I don't do it here, gotta get those event keys. They're very precious. On a week like this, we'll go over the event key drop table in a moment, but on a week like this, it's nice to have a bunch of event keys. Alright, Priest of Nilbog. Let me get him up to Mythic. Shout out Tim. Priest of Nilbog, 13 purple, yellow, Zaijin, Divine Goblin. Give life to all allies and barrier all goblin allies. Gain an extra turn. So if it's in one of those crazy String Fiddler, Norbert's Turnip, whatever teams, now they're going to be gaining a bunch of life and getting barrier too. It also summons a Leaf Storm at the start of battle, so it has a good trait also. I'm not saying it's going to be good or anything, like you should be using it on your offensive team. The only people I would recommend using this on an offensive team would be maybe if you're just starting the game right now. I recommend Goblins early until you get Rowan, and since it's in the Glory Shop, it could be one of your Goblins, your 3rd or 4th Goblin for your Goblin team, your very, very first team. We're getting Arcane Plains trait stones, 1-to-1 here, so yellow and purple for every Priest of Nilbog that you get. You're going to get a yellow and purple trait stone, so we'll go check that out. Let's go do that now, yellow and purple, before I forget. All color, base rarity. What troops can you fully trait with the trait stone that you can buy in the Glory Shop? You can buy as many as you want, as long as you have the glory for it. This is the time to go get specific troops fully traded, yellow and purple. We got Arachnean Weaver, who has 3 good traits. We got Arc Proxy Avendra, who has Doom of Arachnia. Ishtara has that Divine Roar, which isn't super important, but something to mention. Same with Queen Aurora, the Rainbow Link. Pretty noteworthy. Anything else? Skady has the Snowstorm. Voice of Orpheus has the Cleanse all allies when matching yellow gems. Divine Ishbala is your 40% start for Divine. They need to change that back to 50. Infernal King, 25% chance to resurrect after death. Anybody else? Just doing this off top, so if I miss any, you know what you're looking for anyway, you know? Nothing there. Vanessa has Empowered. Anything else? Any other noteworthy troops that you can fully this week? Sacrificial Priest has that 50% start and Necromancy. He's the soul farming troop if you're wasting time soul farming in between vault events. Which I don't need. I mean, I did my new account and I'm not like strapped for souls, so I have tons of gold, tons of souls, and tons of gems because I'm playing the game the right way. So if you're playing the game the right way, you're probably never going to need to soul farm. And if you do, you're like leveling up troops you don't need to level up. Just level up the ones that you use until you can do a vault event. I don't know anything else here. So not a very important stone. It might be one of the least important stones, I would say. Divine Ishbala might be the most noteworthy thing you can fully trait. Other than that, like, there was no crazy mythics or anything. Maybe Arc Proxy Avendra, Arachnean Weaver, Divine Ishbala would be the ones. Alright, event key drop table is Zaijin. So let's see what's up with that. We're going to go to Zaijin. Let's do base rarity and show all, just in case, even though I think I have all troops. Alright, so you have a chance at getting Flaming Oni and High King Iron Gut. So very good. Lots of 2 great mythics. 2 top 10 mythics. So Flaming Oni I like to call like a 10. He's around 10 for me. Could be just outside the top 10, but I don't want to say borderline top 10 again. High King Iron Gut, definitely a top 10. Very good for delves on some world record teams. Doesn't matter. You don't need 100 attack to make this guy awesome. He can still get a very high percentage devour, and then he'll have 100%. Other than that, though, the other good thing, King Gobtruffle, you get in the underworld, so you won't get that with event keys. Fundingus is good. I like Fundingus here. 14 red, green, Zacian, elemental goblin. Explode purple gems, then summon either a giant toadstool or explode stool and gain an extra turn. So Flaming Oni is like the OP version of this guy. He's still really good. He explodes, he gains an extra turn, and he summons. So I like to use him sometimes. Nobin Brothers, Princess Fizzbang, they're okay. String Fiddler's annoying. He's like the Orb Weaver of goblins, kind of. You're not going to use him on offense, but he's really annoying on defense. That's about it, but if you're very early in the game and you happen to have some event keys, or if you're very late in the game or mid-game, everybody. I think everybody could throw event keys at this drop table and get something good. Goblins are great. Zacian is goblins. Flaming Oni and High King Irongut. Enough said. So that's the event key drop table, the trait stone, the world event, and the Soulforge. So let's go see what else is going on this week. Alright, so today you're going to be doing the campaign. You're going to be getting started on the world event, possibly. Tomorrow, we have a faction event. What is that one? Let's go see. I don't know. Could probably go to Zacian and then go down. If I can't find it quickly, I might do that. What do we have tomorrow? What is the one associated? Amnithrax, is that right? Let's see. Where are you at? Come on, dum-dum. There it is, Amnithrax. So we got Amnithrax tomorrow. If you don't have King Gobtruffle and stuff like that, you should probably go pretty hard there. I mean, that's not really... I mean, you could go hard in City of Thieves and get King Gobtruffle, so that's not really... Just, if you need to get Amnithrax leveled up, now's the time on Tuesday. But most people are just going to go for all rewards. So, it's, what's the restriction? We got green and brown, so... I'll be doing a video on that on Tuesday. Early. Wednesday, what do we got? The little pick-his-nose goblin. Thursday, we got Thief class event, which is a great class. Probably top 5. And then this weekend... Man, I can never remember. What do we got? I think Arena. We got Arena this weekend. So, practice makes perfect. Iron sharpens iron. Arena is way better than Treasure Hunt. Fight me on it. It just needs better rewards. It needs a leaderboard. Come on, what's up with that? An event with no leaderboard. Weird. Yeah, campaign. Let's check it. Let's see what's on the adventure board. Some deeds. There's no gems, but there's deeds. Deeds are hard to get, so make sure you're doing your adventure board every day. Campaign. The Saturi gods were honestly a little bit deranged and violent for kobolds. So we thought the goblins might be a better match. We headed to Zacian immediately. I got Zacian champion. Win any battle using a Zacian team. Green recruits. Craft green summoning stones in the Soulforge. We can do that quickly. Just do green. Green. While we're here, we might as well look at these, because if you're a very early game player, maybe there's something here you can't get, like Leprechaun or something. Dwarven Gate's decent. Triple Dwarven Gate, Black Manacles. Nothing there. It would have to be really good to waste jewels on. Dust Devil's okay. There's that String Fiddler. Clockwork Sphinx. If you're for some reason having trouble getting Clockwork Sphinx for your Rowan team, there it is. So Clockwork Sphinx, Dwarven Gate. And, nothing there. Maybe way back in the day you would say Warlock, but not anymore. Back to the campaign. Let's collect this and see what's next. Dominator. Win ranked PvP battles. Alright, Guard, Captain, open event chests. So let me do that so we can see what the next one is. Giant Toadstool. Runic Earth Trait Stone. Oh, we got gold chests now, so easy ones on the bronze tasks. Let's go do that too. One reason, the campaign is a reason to, like, save. Never open all your vault keys, never open all your gold, all your glory keys. You know, sometimes they're going to ask you to open them. And you could skip it, but It's so easy, like, why not just open what they tell you to open? Alright, Dagger Master. So maybe I would go to PvP with a Zacian team using a dagger. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, that is it for today. So Wild King, Norbert's Turnip, Gob Sticker, and then event keys to get High King Iron Gut or Flaming Oni. Arena event this weekend. World event's pretty easy, but check out my 2 short videos. I'll link one right here in the upper left-hand corner, so just have to click on it. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below. Look out for that faction video tomorrow, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.